Quote, it wasn't fair. Family of slain 61-year-old woman by Tacoma police speaks out. The daughter of a 61-year-old woman shot and killed by Tacoma police earlier this month is wondering why more wasn't done to save her mother.
Dementia, that is difficult. But to have to think that because of that, her life was taken.
The daughter of a 61-year-old woman who was shot and killed by Tacoma police earlier this month is raising some questions tonight about the events surrounding her mother's death and why more wasn't done to try to save her. Tacoma Bureau Chief Lionel Donovan is live at the Tacoma Police Department tonight. What did the family tell you? Good evening, Greg. Well, earlier today, I got a chance to speak with Marshawn Douglas, who told me that her mother was not a criminal. She was just sick, and she needed help.
This Black woman's life mattered, if not to the world, to her family. And it wasn't fair.
On January 9th, Tacoma police officers shot and killed 61-year-old Lynn Butler after an hours-long standoff. 10 days later, her daughter, Marshawn, is still trying to make sense of the loss.
She was a mother. She was a grandmother. She was a loving, giving, fun person. And she deserves to be here.
Marshawn says her mother suffered from dementia and tried to find support as best she could.
You know, my heart breaks for that woman, actually, that daughter. Because you know what? It was just a couple of days ago that 3 Tacoma police officers got to quit and got $500,000 a pop. You know, the same 3 officers that got acquitted and found not guilty for the murdering Manny Ellis. Yeah. You know, I thought myself, the cops around this area have a pretty good track record. Well, the Seattle PD has a shitty track record since 2020, especially with CHOP. Now the Tacoma police officers in our area, my neck of the woods, having a shitty track record themselves the last year. How crappy is it? That's why I say never trust the cops. Cops are not your friends. They're not here for you or not for me. Always exercise your rights.
She was catching the bus to the hospital, to St. Joseph's, you know, every day. She was crying out for help. She was concerned for her health. My mother wanted to live.
And that's another thing that's disgusting is how cops have lack of knowledge and training when it comes to dealing with somebody with a mental health crisis.
Officers were called to Butler's home after receiving calls that she allegedly fired several shots. Negotiators were called in to speak to Butler. SWAT officers eventually shot and killed her after investigators say she pointed a firearm at them. Marshawn says her mother needed a crisis responder, but one never arrived.
To my knowledge, a crisis responder did not come. And to my knowledge, negotiators did not come.
Now Marshawn is asking why more wasn't done before shots were fired.
I don't understand how trained tactical teams wasn't able to get my mom down.
She just said it. Why did they send a tactical SWAT team? Just like I reported a couple of days ago, 20 tactical SWAT team members raided and did a flashbang grenade into a toddler that was sick. And then they walked by like, oh, nothing happened like that, handcuffed an innocent mother. And another thing about it I said was, why do you need tactical SWAT team armed to the teeth, over 24 officers with shields, all that shit, for a 14-year-old burglary suspect? Boy, cops are not trained for fucking shit. Like I said, you know, the cops always bitch about officer safety. Fuck that shit. What about our safety? What about our welfare, our wellness?
Without killing her.
Now, I reached out to the Pierce County Sheriff's Department earlier today as well. They're the ones investigating the shooting. Its spokesperson tells me that more information will be coming out next week. Live in Tacoma, Lionel Donovan, King 5 News.